Hey y'all, it's Day. So I'm going to do a video for us today. It's actually the evening of Christmas, and I haven't been doing a reading, I think, for at least the last 2 weeks. I go into these cycles where I'll do readings um over the course of 2 weeks, and then I'm not doing readings for 2 weeks, and I've just been following my natural cycle, and that's what I've just been observing. So I'm following that flow. It's the evening of Christmas, as I said, and I'm just feeling like doing a reading. So I'm very interested in seeing what this reading is about. I feel like it's kind of like a cornerstone type of vibe going on, like, you know, reflecting or a culmination of the year type of vibes. So, as usual, because I didn't mention this in my previous videos, which I didn't know was going to be so long, is that as usual, you see me, I'm comfy here. I'm comfy. So I hope that you guys are too. Make sure you got some snack, make sure you got some drink, make sure that you are just in a space of being able to receive. I definitely am. I noticed some tarot readers will kind of switch between decks, and just this past week I've kind of just been feeling like the deck that I have been using for all the readings previous to this one, I don't know how to describe it completely, but it's kind of just like I've lost some kind of energy connection. Like, I feel like every deck needs to recharge, or when, like, I don't know, you just gravitate to different decks at different times for different messages, and I just feel like it's that time to move on to another deck. It kind of made me sad because that deck that I've been using, I keep it in my purse and I carry it with me wherever I go, which I'll probably continue to, because I'm not going to just take every deck with me, because some decks you just want to keep them protected as possible. But the deck that I have been using, that's like my first deck that I bought, so it's kind of special in that way, where I'll carry it with me, and it's okay if it gets a little wear and tear. But these I want to keep special. But I'm going to be moving on to another deck here, the Astro Soul Oracle deck. And this is an oracle deck, so I would still like to pull from a tarot deck, and I have the Golden Venetian here, but I have done whole readings just on oracle decks, so we'll just follow the vibes and see how it goes. Okay. So we have the second house, which is the house of values, upside down or in reverse. And the word that goes with it is I have for the second house. I have. Okay. We also have Libra, which came out sideways, as well as Virgo. We have the seventh house, which is the house of Libra, I relate, in reverse. We have the sixth house in reverse as well. I do. And the 10th house, which came out sideways, I achieve. And we have the asteroid Juno, Sacred Union, which came out sideways. Very interesting. Okay. And I know I need to make some space here. We also have in the heart in reverse. I am getting sentiments of a relationship type of reading. With this, I do for the the sixth house with Virgo and the sixth house card is ruled by Virgo and Mercury in reverse, and this Libra I relate in reverse is feeling like some type of relationship or some form of ability to relate. And then that's funny because we also got the Libra and the Virgo card out sideways. And then we got Sacred Union. I have and in the heart. So definitely related to heart matters. It's kind of feeling like maybe someone not wanting to give away their heart or someone not wanting to commit fully. And it's not like not commit to the relationship as in not able to be loyal or being disloyal. It's more like the word fun is coming through. So maybe an inability to have fun. It's more energetic, like in the heart area, like not fully invested, but the words let go is coming through. Just kind of feeling like a distrust kind of an inability to just completely be free within a relationship is what it's feeling like. To fully trust without worrying about being hurt or worrying about dishonesty, possibly, something like that. Yeah, something related to heart matters. Let's see. So, we got the Queen of Hearts, which is Queen of Cups in reverse. We have 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah. And we have 10 of Pentacles here. something about this stork in this card in reverse is like saying something about someone kind of feeling lonely, or I did hear masquerade. I'm getting a sentiment of independence with that Queen of Cups in reverse. With this ship in reverse, it kind of just feels like a confirming of an inability to kind of see the future or to be optimistic about the future. It's definitely related to have some relation to like emotional feelings with this water, the boat, planning. It's like an inability to like kind of move forward emotionally. The word debilitating is coming through with this card here as well. Debilitating, but also like sentiments of there's still something out in question, or there's still some form of kind of wrestling with yourself, or something is still in question type of vibe. Deliberating on something. And so the ship in reverse came out underneath this I relate card here with the 7th house. So the 7th house is the other. Let's go ahead and read it too. This is the house of partnerships. Here is where we can see the personal relationships that involve commitment or cooperation of some sort. Marriage, spiritual union, agreements, societies, and business partnership. So something about this partnership or this relationship, it's kind of like a lack of optimism, a lack of belief in the future, or something is still being debated or contemplated on. The heart is not in there fully, not because it doesn't want to or a lack of desire to commit, but just still contemplating if it's safe or not to be free or fully invested. Thinking about like when you let the ship sail, like letting the ship sail, taking that rope off of that like that pier, that piece of wood, like that. We also have the 4 of Hearts here in reverse. Very interesting. I'm hearing conglomerating. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Okay. And I'm hearing reproach as well. We have the 5 of Hearts here, which came out sideways. We also have 3 of Hearts here, which came out sideways. This bird in a cage. and the Eight of Cloves, which also came out sideways. I'm also getting this sentiments of partnership, but more so companionship. Well, I'm not entirely sure what this Four of Hearts is trying to tell me. Oh. So in this picture, the Four of Hearts, this lady is just kind of like looking into herself. Something about this is kind of like facing yourself or facing or aspects of yourself that is kind of preventing you from being able to feel or experience certain things in relation to this relationship. It's showing here that it's not outside of you within the relationship that is causing a blockage, more so as yourself and a need or the ability to get resolved by doing more inner work within yourself about the relationship. Like I said earlier, with this ship in reverse, it's kind of like you're not allowing yourself to be fully free within this relationship, and you're still debilitated, and by deliberating and still being in this constant cycle of you're in this constant cycle where you're basically continuing to question the relationship. You're continuing to just kind of in this worst scenario type of mindset. And this Five of Hearts did come out on top of this I relate 7th house relation to others. So something about the use of your intuition is coming out, and I hope that we get more on that. We also have the King of Hearts, so the King of Cups here in reverse. This is representing some form of stability and security. And it does kind of feel like the other person that you may be in a relationship with. But it's in reverse, not necessarily that I'm picking up because of anything that they're doing or done, but it feels like kind of like whatever that you have to do with this relationship that you're not able to free yourself in the relationship, where you can kind of let your hair down, trust, be happy, be optimistic about the future, kind of affects that other person. So they have this stability, and they're also the King of Cups, but something about the way that you are, whatever this blockage is in your heart and your inability to relate, kind of throws them off balance as well. Kind of like other people can feel insecure because you feel insecure. And I'm not saying that you feel insecure, that's just an example. It's kind of like I'm hearing rock the boat. So it's kind of like if you have anxiety, it gives them anxiety. So it's kind of like are we okay? Kind of like, I'm getting like being looking at this boat. This type of boat, you've seen this type of boat before in like romantic clips with two people are on it. And it's just like, think about being on a boat with your lover or your partner, your companion, and it's a beautiful day or it's a beautiful night and it's nice scenery and you guys are going along, but then one person's just like, well, what if this happens and what if that happens? It's like we weren't really thinking about that until you brought it up. Now there's this air of anxiety or worry. It's kind of like that, like your anxiety kind of destabilizes them. Or your questioning, your doubts kind of destabilizes them. Oh, yeah. So, we have the is it diamonds? 7 of diamonds here. I'm getting, okay. I'm hearing poor communication, and I'm getting something about the conversations that you have with your partner is very important. The type of, and the context, and the tone of the conversations does have an effect on the relationship, and this is falling on top of the 10th house, I achieve. This is the house of fulfillment and social status. Here is where we see structures, corporations, tradition, ambition, public image and fame, discipline, achievements, recognition, rules, and father figure. It is also associated with power and authority, as well as the people who exert them. It's getting more like the conversations that you have with your partner, the way that you speak with them, the tone, the context. It does have an effect on each other's ability to achieve by way of like self-esteem, optimism, how they go out into the world. So the way that you guys communicate, it affects the way they go out into the world and their optimism or how they view things or what they think that they are capable of achieving. Basically, it's very important to reaffirm your partner, talk to them kindly, love them. I'm hearing optimism as I'm looking at this 3 of diamonds here, and the 3 of diamonds is also the 3 of coins. As you can see in this picture, you may gather with this nice blue shade. It's like dreamy, starry night. But with this symbol here, it just feels very special and promising. This is also speaking to collaboration, like the things that y'all could do together. I'm getting this energy of wielding, and it's coming through as air energy, and speaking to communication. So the things that you wield through communication. It's also, I'm getting very important not to like to be careful, be mindful of putting your partner down, or be careful of when you're not feeling optimistic. letting that come through your communication. You don't want to be, I'm hearing Debbie Downer, you don't want to bring down their vibration by bringing down their optimism. Being mindful of, just the way that you speak about things. Because I'm seeing really good energy here. I'm also getting like that whoever this reading is for, your words, the way that you communicate, standalone, but also in relation to this relationship, within this relationship, the way that you guys communicate with each other is very, it changes things. I'm just getting this motion, like it can conjure things, it can create things. It's very important in your relationship, but I'm getting like good things can happen, and the word optimism just keeps coming through. Yeah. If you haven't already, there's an opportunity to restore romanticism within your relationship with this person. We have the Two of Hearts here. Sorry about this glare, you guys. You see this instrument here, you see the wine, the painting, art, leisurely time, wine, the picture of the lovers. It was very romantic. It came out in reverse, but it's like romanticism can be restored within your relationship if that's something that you guys have been struggling with, or if that's something that you feel like it could develop more. That is definitely coming out, and it came out with this Three of Diamonds that I just spoke about, talking about your communication with each other, how it's very important to, be nice, communicate, encourage each other, talk about your dreams with each other, listen to each other. Encourage mostly is what I'm getting, because I just keep getting this energy of, you've seen those, we've probably seen it a lot of times where just those iconic clips of the husband or the wife kissing the husband kissing the wife before he walks out to work. It's kind of that energy of like, just give them love, make them feel nurtured. Like I said, I did feel like this heart of King of Hearts in reverse, which is King of Cups, is the other partner, your partner, whoever this reading is for. So they're very sensitive, they're very loving, but they also have a form of stability with them. But the way that we can speak to them sometimes, speak about the relationship, speak about goals, speak about the future, speak about lots of things, it can make them, it destabilizes them. So it's very important to remember that. And I'm hearing nurture them. Yeah. I'm also getting that sometimes we have to be different things for different people, or we have to be different people for our partners. And I'm getting that sometimes it could benefit to love on your partner as a mother figure sometimes, because we're all still children at heart. So if you can sometimes tend to them, just in that loving way, that is helpful. It's like healing for them. I'm really glad that this reading is going in this way too, because sometimes I'm a little biased towards like relationship readings because it's just like I feel like sometimes they could be so cookie cutter or they'll be like kind of toxic or about like what are they thinking now? Are they cheating? Well, it's not always that because I've had other readings that were not that, but I'm always kind of like biased about love readings. But I like that this one is kind of like acknowledging that there's something about your heart that you just feel like you don't want to fully commit, not as far as like not cheating or being disloyal, but just like I said, being fully free within the relationship. But it's talking about self reflection, looking at yourself within the relationship and what are things that you can do to help benefit the relationship. I like that. Okay. I'm hearing whispers looking at this card. And we have the Four of Cloves. Here. Looks like someone's looking in the mirror and someone else is having a conversation with them, kind of in their ear. And I feel like it is two things. It's kind of your inner conscious or this kind of negative aspect or this part of yourself that has doubts or is still deliberating in your mind about the direction of the relationship or something. Okay, and it's also kind of, I'm hearing past hurts, and also like if you were not supported regarding your relationship, maybe by family members or something in the past, also getting like a remembering of things that were said in the past as well, or something like that about the relationship. Yeah. And we have the Five of Cloves here as well, which came out kind of sideways. I think this is a remembrance of things that people may have had to say in the past about the relationship. Is kind of like it kind of still lingers in your head or something. I'm kind of getting family also. I'm hearing disapproval. So it's kind of like if you have family members that didn't necessarily mesh with your partner or didn't really approve or never really gave you that sense of approval, that kind of has a weight in the back of your mind and it kind of weighs down in some way. And this is falling on top of the Ten of Cloves. Oh, actually, these are the cloves. I said this was a clove. This is not a clove. I forgot what the name of this one. The Ten of Cloves, where we were talking about this deliberating type of energy, where you're kind of going back and forth about the relationship or the direction. This fell on top of it as well. So you're kind of deliberating or kind of always worried about the direction of the relationship or a sense of achieving. And that kind of speaks to this 10th house coming out as well. I achieve. And what came out on top of that was these two birds here, where it was talking about how you communicate with your partner. Kind of, it does affect what you guys are able to achieve individually as well as together. but you still kind of have this chatter in your head and in your mind as well. And this card where I say you have some, thoughts that are not as optimistic. This fell on top of the Virgo card. And if you know anything about the sign Virgo, it's very meticulous, very acute, very precise. And when it comes to the mind, that can be like being, I'm hearing overdrive, analytical, nitpicky, overthinking. So if you know that you fall into those spells where you kind of just overthink too much, try to just acknowledge that and remember this reading that you don't have to be in that state. Yes. Then we have the Three of Cloves. I'm sorry, the Three of Cloves, the Five of Cloves in reverse here with this kind of Lovers card. It's in reverse here. So yeah, all of this is affecting the relationship and your romanticism, your connection to each other, your intimacy. Yeah, and that is on top of that Virgo card as well. Oh. Nine of Cloves here in reverse. So yeah, let me see what that's about. Okay, and it's wanting to go on top of this Two of Hearts here, where we were talking about your romanticism, your intimacy, and which was on top of this Stork, where you have some kind of I was getting sentiments of loneliness or aloneness or independence, and this is you. We said the King of Hearts was the other partner, where they're emotional and stable, or sensitive and stable, emotionally available and stable. And you are this Stork here card, which is the Queen of Hearts here. So they're the King of Cups and you're the Queen of Cups, and you both are in reverse here, but you have this, I'm hearing reluctance here. I didn't even notice that. So this is the Queen of Hearts and this is the King of Hearts, which is the Cups. Okay, and you have this independence. So something about your past, like you've been a loner. Or you've experienced a journey where you had to depend on yourself for a while or for a long time. And so this is kind of related to why you are the way that you are. Look how he's just looking, he's just observing life. He has these items that he's stacked up here. So you have, these possessions, or you have these few items that are important to you, and you kind of keep to yourself. You keep things like neat, you keep things in order. You're not that open, you're a little closed off. I'm hearing stargazing, so that might be something that you guys can enjoy together. Enjoying nature together can really bring y'all together. I'm getting now, it's just like you're always looking for the bad. You're always kind of looking for, like, to zone in on something. You're always like looking for, and it's just you trying to protect yourself, trying to make sure that there's no, like, trying to eliminate the risks. But because you do that so often, it's kind of turned into a habit where you only look for the bad, you only look for the bad things, and it kind of puts in your head like that there is only bad or something about that habit of only looking for the bad, like trying to protect yourself by trying to weed out the bad. But it's like, because you look for the bad first, you kind of stay in that pessimistic state. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I wanted to point out also how we had the sixth house here. This is the house of health and jobs. Here is where we can see the daily work life routine and organizational ability, as well as body care, diet and exercise, animals and pets also being to this house. So this is the sixth house, I do, ruled by Virgo and Mercury, that you had in reverse here. And on top of that, we had that three of hearts. The bird cage came out sideways, speaking to this inability to kind of let yourself be fully free within the relationship and in relation to your daily life. Something about your daily lives or the experience of your daily lives can be a little bit more enjoyable for both of you guys when you allow yourself to be fully free within the relationship. And this is you and your companion, and it looks like they're kind of like out at a, we could say, like, let's say they're out at an art museum. But I'm also getting, like, even though this background picture painting is just a painting, I feel like it's a symbol for better and greater things. Like, one day it won't just be an art museum. You'll be able to go to these places, like thinking of the bigger picture being experiences, the experiences that y'all can have together. And this is giving me like dreamy Neptune Neptune Jupiter vibes, artistic vibes, and it brings me back to this two of hearts here, where we're looking at the picture. We have the instruments, we have the aesthetic, we have the arts here on the table. You see the paintbrush and the painting, the picture of love, the wine, leisurely time, the rose. That's romanticism here. So going into that dreamy, like, this is y'all being able to dream together on a daily basis, supporting each other on a daily basis, talking to each other on a daily basis, just being lovingly, being mindful of how you communicate. And with this falling on top of the sixth house can speak to, the daily work, daily tasks. So within the mundane on a daily basis, kind of bringing in the habit of optimism through your communication with your partner on a daily basis is very important and very much needed. And that is going to continue to support what we were talking about earlier, that kiss before they go out into work, giving them that peace. I'm hearing solidarity. So this within the union, I'm really happy that that word is coming through, to kind of ease your mind with this deliberation that's been going on, along with, family members or anyone that has disapproved of the relationship in the past. Definitely getting that if that's something that you've been dealing with in the past, that you can, rest assured you're safe within this relationship. And now it's time to fully believe that so that you can nurture it and so that you guys can experience things. But the most, now I'm not gonna say the most important thing, but the very heavy hitting thing that I'm seeing so far is that with the sixth house, I do, it's within the everyday, it's within the chores, it's within the differences, within the grocery shopping, within the, when we're talking about how you communicate with your partner, how you're talking to them. It's in the very mundane things, your daily things, making up the bed, cleaning the room, the kitchen, the tasks. How we communicate within that realm is very important, I'm getting. So I'm really glad that that's coming through. Okay. Oh, it's definitely giving. This is at the top of the deck here. Hopefully you get a little something on this. Hopefully you guys can see. Do you see it? Do you see it? Let's see. Yeah. I also want to add that on top of this Kazemi in the heart in reverse card, we had this where the King of Cups or the King of Hearts was in reverse on top of that. Just reconfirming that this partner is sensitive and they care and they have stability within their heart. Okay, so 9 of Diamonds here in reverse. King of Cloves. So King of Pentacles here. Ooh. I think. Yeah. We have 10 of Diamonds. Oh wait, that's not King of Clothes. That's King of Coins. That's King of Wands, I believe. Seven of Hearts here came out sideways. Wow. We have this as well, came out sideways. Oh wow. And we have this as well. Very interesting. So I'm seeing a home with the Seven of Hearts here. A home in a stable place with a beautiful scenery here for you guys. I'm seeing that in the upcoming future, a beautiful home, a loving space. And I feel like cultivating these practices that we're talking about in regards to the communication is going to make that much sweeter. That's what's going to really make it a home. So, kind of practicing or instilling those practices now is going to be very important for the enjoyment of this home. And I'm seeing a very promising future here. As well. It did come out sideways, letting us know that that's something that we're still working towards. And this newborn baby is very interesting. I did hear with this card in question, and I mean, symbolism is symbolism. It doesn't have to be literal, but it does kind of feel like a baby. A baby, or it could just be representing something new experiences, new opportunities, new. I'm getting something coming into y'all's life to nurture. A newborn, it could also be like a companion in the form of a pet. I'm getting like something for y'all to nurture, something that's going to be very important to both of y'all. It's going to be coming into your lives. Very interesting. Yeah. That's what it feels like. I'm also getting, after doing this type of work where you're somehow getting yourself in a position where you're not allowing the mind to play games on you, you're not doing this deliberating, constantly questioning the direction or the validity of your relationship. By allowing yourself to be free, you're going to start to feel sexier. You start going to feel, more comfortable within yourself and who you are within this relationship as well as individually. And of course, like I said, by us doing these practices, it's going to benefit the romantic life and the intimacy within the romantic life as well. And that's going to make you feel sexier. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good things. It does feel like work, but it feels very good. And I'm really glad that this sacred union did come out. It did come out sideways. And I think it's speaking to that deliberating type of energy. But whenever you realize it and you're willing to accept that you are in a sacred union, then it's here for you. I'm hearing lies with this 10 of diamonds here in reverse. And it really, I'm hearing the word dispels. So it feels, I'm hearing false also. It feels like anything bad that was spoken about your relationship, maybe by others, is falling away. And that those things are accounted for. Anything that anyone may have said with intent to create negativity is being dispelled. Oh, very interesting. Okay. So this card, see how gloomy it looks and dark. These really, really heavy clouds. Like, what's really about to go down? This fell on top of this card where people may have been discussing or talking negatively, gossiping about the relationship, which I said it was coming through kind of like family, or maybe people that feel like family, which also came out on top of this debilitating deliberation, a lack of approval from people that were important to you. That fell on top of those two cards. So, kind of like what we were talking about earlier, the way that you communicate, how it wields something and it felt like air, that happens for other people too. So, this is what they are experiencing, or what the type of things that they bring upon themselves with the words that they speak. So very interesting, and I'm glad that came through, especially with the dispels coming through of any negativity that was spoken over your relationship. It's falling away now. Wow, that's powerful. Okay. Sometimes when a message comes through, I can notice it now because I do this in my daily life where, I try to be in tune with my body or stretch my body so that I know how it reacts. So sometimes when you get information that you don't want to hear, parts of your body will kind of like contract. And as a reader, it's very important to kind of be open to the messages that are coming through. But I kind of felt myself kind of wanting to contract when this card came out. It's not something necessarily bad, but sometimes we can perceive things as bad, and it's a cough in here. I did hear rebirth with it, though. I just wanted to mention that that it's important to like be mindful of when you start to contract, when maybe when a conversation is getting intense, or you're afraid of something, like to be mindful that you're doing that and try to get yourself in a place where you can reopen up a little bit to receive what needs to be heard or what needs to be experienced. That's what I've been practicing. It's not easy to kind of ground yourself. So this card here is coming out on top of this King of Cups and this In the Heart card, Rebirth. So it feels kind of like new opportunities or a new rebirth is going to be available for whoever this reading is for's partner. So they're going to be experiencing a rebirth. So everything that we talked about in this reading is definitely going to help and support them in whatever this rebirth or this new beginning is going to be happening for them. And these three cards did come out on top of this I Have card, the second house card, which I think is very significant because I was wondering as I was doing this reading, I was like, because as I'm doing these readings, we'll have the initial cards, and then as I shuffle, the other cards will fall in place on top of, each of these cards kind of help telling the story. And no other cards fell on top of this one. But these three cards, like I said, in the heart, the King of Cups, and this Coffin in reverse, speaking to the rebirth that your partner is going to be going through, upcoming, came out, underneath this card I have. So the second house, which is ruled by Taurus and Venus, this is the house of resources, material possessions, and values. Here is where we see our belongings, wealth, and finances, as well as the pillars on which material, intellectual, and emotional security is developed. We talked about the King of Cups, your partner having this emotional security available for you within this relationship and how they are sensitive. We talked about the importance of communication, and how it affects the I achieve, the ability to achieve for you guys individually as well as together within the relationship. We talked about, the future and the optimism, the ability to have experiences together, and doing that individual work on yourself as well as work within the relationship that benefits them as an individual and the relationship as a whole. And you guys' ability to create experiences together, whether you're going out to a museum or if you're going out traveling within the world. But, we talked about that. So, in relation to all the things that affect this relationship, as far as our communication with each other, and this new rebirth that your partner is going to be coming into, they're going to be experiencing, I'm hearing challenges, but these challenges are going to serve as a rebirth for them in a way that's going to bring in resources. So again, we're talking about optimism and you guys' ability to achieve being affected by how the communication and the optimism level is. So again, I want to reiterate that anybody that was important to you as far as family, friends, or people that felt like family, any negativity that they've said about your relationship, or even within yourself, negativity within your mind, allow that to fall to the wayside with the confirmation of this reading, and move forward knowing that you are safe and this person is emotionally available to you, with this Sacred Union card coming out as well. Sacred Union, know that you are safe and you could trust and be free. Continue working on your individual self. Know that the way that these people have spoken about the relationship in the past is something that they're going to have to live with, and that any lies that were told or any negativity is falling away. But good things are coming for this partner as an individual. So all of these practices are going to be affecting that. So yeah. Oof, I don't like this card. So don't allow negativity or yourself to steal away opportunities and things that can be growing for your benefit. So yeah, very, very happy about this. And like I said, welcome in this new something that's coming in that you guys are going to be able to nurture together. I'm getting opportunities with this card here. Sorry you guys about my leg starting to bother me. I'm getting new opportunities, working on something, a project, writing something together. Yeah, so new opportunities are coming, and I'm saying that it's very important to be supportive and helpful to your partner. during that time. Yeah. I'm hearing debilitated. So there's a lot of vibrancy within your partner that needs more room, more space to be themselves, more space to be optimistic, and needs more positive affirmations from you to this person. Encourage their creativity, encourage their uniqueness. It's beautiful. It's gonna go a long way. Yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Y'all let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Does any of this information surprise you? I always love when I do these readings how they show me how our words really do matter. The way that we communicate really does matter. And the different gifts that people have, and how we can sometimes be unaware that they are actually amounting to things. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Bye.